Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k19 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz, and this is NXT, the final episode of Universe Mode before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which will be live this Saturday at 3 PM Eastern Standard Time, 8 PM UK time on Twitch. First up tonight, we're going to see Bayley go one-on-one with Maurice here on this week's main event. The American Alpha will team up once again. They'll face the B team. American Alpha being a little bit up and down so far. And also tonight, our main event, Elias goes one-on-one against Rusev. Bayley gets a win over Maurice. American Alpha pick up a win over the B team. And Elias, good enough to beat SmackDown's Rusev as well, gaining some momentum for Insurgents. This week on NXT, we're going to see the tag team of the Undisputed Era. Fish and O'Reilly will take on Mustache Mountain. Arya Daivari will take on Akira Tozawa in Cruiserweight action. We're also going to see Nikki Cross. She's back in action. She'll be facing Bianca Belair as well in women's competition. Speaking of the women, a triple threat match. Peyton Royce is out of the picture tonight. Sane, Baszler, and Deville will face off. The winner gets a title shot at TakeOver. Speaking of TakeOver, it'll either be Hideo Itami or Pete Dunne who will have a Cruiserweight Championship opportunity against Johnny Gargano. The Undisputed Era pick up a win over Mustache Mountain. Akira Tozawa with a victory, and Nikki Cross returns to action with a win here tonight. Now let's find out who will be the #1 contender for the Women's Championship. So here we go. It is a matchup that will determine who will face Peyton Royce at NXT TakeOver number 11. If you're wondering, well, I thought I saw this match a few weeks ago, you basically did. Instead, that night it was a fatal 4-way. Tonight it's a triple threat. Our general manager Shawn Michaels felt as though these three women are still the best candidates to be in contention for the Women's Championship. And of course, Kairi Sane is one of them on her way to the ring right now. Shayna Baszler and Sonya Deville, the other two, here tonight. So this should be a good contest. A triple threat match that will determine who will face Peyton Royce. You might be wondering, well, where's Peyton Royce? Well, of course, Peyton Royce, she will be in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Of course, that will be taking place this Saturday live on BrendenPlayz. And that will take place at 3 PM Eastern Standard Time, 8 PM UK time, or midday Pacific time. And that takes place over on Twitch, twitch.tv/BrendenPlayz. Don't want to miss that one. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at BrendenPlayz to make sure you don't miss out on the start times for that one. And if you're into Total Extreme Wrestling, we'll be streaming TEW as well before the Money in the Bank episode. Big night of streaming, big day of streaming, but it's a big night here tonight as well, because we're going to see Shayna Baszler potentially capitalize on her recent success and get herself an opportunity for this championship. I like the matchup though. Shayna and Sonya Deville will, without a doubt, go head-to-head in this one tonight. Sonya Deville with a bit of a MMA background herself, not as extensive as Shayna Baszler. So it'll be interesting to see if those skills do come in handy for Sonya Deville tonight, or if Shayna will be far too skilled for her in this one. Sonya, of course, has a SmackDown contract, and she's been appearing over on the SmackDown brand, but also here on NXT. We're underway here tonight. Here we go. And it's going to be Sonya and Kairi Sane to start things off. Shayna and Kairi Sane, rather. Sonya will head to the top of the rope, and she'll just take a bit of a pose. Take her time. She's not in any rush. And she gets involved now, and oh, capitalizes on an opportunity there to take Shayna off the top of the rope. Good start there for Sonya Deville, and now with a headlock takeover, and now she's in a good position here early on. Sonya Deville, probably the underdog in this match. We haven't seen too much of her. She hasn't got the background that Shayna and Kairi Sane does. Kairi Sane, a Japanese star, much success in Japanese promotions. And of course, Shayna with success in MMA. Oh, big boot there. Whereas Sonya Deville, bit of an upstart, bit of a rookie when it comes to here, the professional wrestling industry. And of course, that doesn't mean that she hasn't got a chance here tonight, because obviously our SmackDown general manager Edge believes there's something in her, because he's given her a contract to be a part of SmackDown while she continues to develop her skills. So a bit of a futures contract, if you will, investing in tomorrow. As Kairi Sane working away on Sonya right now, sweeps off her feet. Shayna, well, let's not forget Shayna Baszler, when she made her debut, she got in the face straight away of Peyton Royce. She made her debut back at NXT TakeOver number 9, and of course, she got the face of Peyton Royce straight away and basically said, hey, I'm coming for your championship. Since then, of course, she had that rivalry with Bianca Belair, and now she's turned her attention, her focus to the Women's Championship. She thought maybe she might have been able to leapfrog and go to the main roster and have an opportunity for the Money in the Bank contract. Not to be. Instead, she finds herself with an opportunity to win the NXT Women's Championship if she can get through this match here tonight. So I definitely believe Shayna Baszler has the tools to succeed, and it's no surprise because Shayna obviously has a pretty prolific background and we know what she's capable of doing. She is dangerous, she is deadly, and I think that's something that some of the women here at NXT are missing, that killer instinct. And that's what Shayna Baszler does possess. As Kairi Sane with a drop kick, down goes Sonya Deville again. Shayna back in with some more strikes here, the right hands, the left hands, and now the boots. Shayna has that killer instinct, and she will do whatever it takes to win, and that's, in my opinion, very, very crucial. Peyton Royce, well, we know she's been affiliated with Billie Kay, the Iconics. Billie Kay even at one point defending the Women's Championship on behalf of Peyton Royce against Toni Storm. As the big boot there, could be it, no. So Peyton Royce, you know, she's not exactly the most credible champion at the moment. There's a few question marks about her. She's kind of, by hook or by crook, got herself through these matchups. And of course, we saw in the Fatal 4-Way a couple of weeks ago, Peyton Royce just took advantage of an opportunity that she had. She didn't exactly really flourish in the match or really earn that victory. She just hit the roundhouse kick at the right time, the right place, and picked up the win. I mean, hey, that's all you got to do in a Fatal 4-Way. That's the nature of the matchup itself. So there's no doubt about that. You know, there's no disputing, oh, you know, she didn't deserve to win that one. But, you know, she did. She just didn't quite set it up the way that you think a champion would. Oh, sliding elbow. Sit down there, connect with the elbow in the chest. Meanwhile, Sonya Deville in a bit of trouble because Shayna trying to put her away. Kairi Sane there to break it up. And Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler, you just get the feeling there's going to be a big heated rivalry between these two. German suplex. No. Simply because they're both brand new here to NXT and they both want the same prize. Now, Sonya Deville as well, but you know, she's obviously got Smackdown to fall back on as well if she doesn't quite succeed here in NXT. Whereas Shayna and Kairi Sane, they're both competing for that same spot, both competing to be #1 contender and potentially move to the main roster. They want to be the next woman to move up. It's not going to be easy going at all. Only one of them will be able to do it. There's such a heated rivalry already between the two. Great competition in such a short amount of time. Right now, Shayna Baszler working away on Sonya with some kicks. She's got both women down. Who will she target? Looks to be Sonya. Perhaps she feels as though she might be able to get a submission out of Sonya as she works away on the hand and the arm of Deville. And also towards the middle of the ring, Kairi Sane trying to get up, and now there you go, she's wrenching the arm back now, trying to perhaps make her tap out here, or at least set her up, weaken the arm there, and oh, from behind, Kairi Sane, inverted DDT, down goes Shayna. Now, Sane off the top, will we see it? Are we going to see that elbow? Here we go! No! Missed out though with a roll out of the way from Shayna, and that may have saved the match for herself, because if Kairi Sane hits that elbow, you can count to 100. It's over. And oh, hang on! Shayna had a submission. The rear naked choke, but not to be. I think Shayna was against the ropes. Referee said, hey, you can't be there. You got to move. She had to break the hold. Wow, what about these strikes here from Sonya Deville? Excellent stuff there. I like that from Sonya. Good combination of strikes, and that will certainly weaken the torso region of Shayna. And here is the cover. Close matchup so far between these three great women. The winner gets Peyton Royce to TakeOver, which, of course, is not this weekend, but will be next weekend here on BrendenPlayz. Back-to-back big shows here on BrendenPlayz. And, of course, that'll be NXT TakeOver number 11. You don't want to miss that one. Going off the 10th special, where we had a big night. Of course, AJ Styles and Bobby Roode returned on that night to compete. As, oh, Shayna, she's down, and now she's in trouble. Looking for a triangle. But Shayna, with some left hands, breaks it up pretty quickly. Nice combination there by Deville, but the background of Shayna coming into play there. I think she might have to look at target Kairi Sane if she's going to go for a submission rather than Shayna. She tosses her back in the ring, though, does Deville. Now Sane with the right hand. Oh, went for one more big one, but got blocked there by Deville. Back and forth exchange here between the two. As well as we mentioned a moment ago, AJ Styles and Roode to TakeOver 10. Aleister Black, Adam Cole as well. And it was a big night, certainly a big night. But this will be the first takeover here in WWE 2k19 Universe Mode. Our general manager Shawn Michaels deciding to wait a little bit longer than he normally would have, just simply because that it's been a little bit difficult for him to accumulate the talent that he's needed to get all the wrestlers back here on the roster. And he's waited a little bit longer to make sure that everyone's here, raring to go, and give everyone an opportunity to be in contention for championships. And it's looking pretty good at the moment. We already know Lars Sullivan will take on Adam Cole. And, of course, Heavy Machinery will face off against the Undisputed Era. About to find out who will take on Peyton Royce. And next, we're going to find out will it be Hideo Itami or Pete Dunne that will face, of course, Johnny Gargano for that Cruiserweight Championship. Looking forward to that one. Kairi Sane marching now towards the corner, building a full head of steam. Here she comes. Oh, found nothing, though. Slid into the ring post almost, as Sonya Deville in the corner bowls over the referee, though. Referee's down. Opportunity here for one of these women to take advantage. It's a triple threat, though. The rules kind of thrown out the window anyways. The referee looks to be okay. He'll be back in position to call the 1-2-3 perhaps. As now Shayna looking to go to the top of the rope here. Sonya Deville. Oh no, the gut wrench. Here we go. Look at the power of Shayna. Gut wrench off the top. Avalanching her down. Big trouble now for Sonya Deville. As Kairi Sane looking to make sure that Shayna doesn't take advantage. But Sonya's still down. Kairi Sane in some trouble now as Shayna picks her up and drives her down. And now the chokehold from behind. Shayna Baszler looking to make Kairi Sane tap out. Nowhere to go, and she does. Nowhere to go. That rear naked choke, and that picks up the win. Shayna Baszler, she's the Queen of Spades, and tonight she is the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship. She could be the next Women's Champion down here in NXT. She will now face Peyton Royce one-on-one at TakeOver. Just over a week away, Shayna Baszler will have her opportunity, her chance to win a championship. Her first title opportunity here in Universe Mode, and one that's been a long time in the making. Shayna has wanted this opportunity for quite some time, ever since she made her debut, and now she's earned it, and she will face Peyton Royce one-on-one with the championship on the line at TakeOver 11. One more match here tonight on NXT, and it's going to be Hideo Itami facing none other than Pete Dunne, the Cruiserweight. Will take on the Japanese sensation, Hideo Itami. Well, we've talked about him a little bit in the last few episodes of NXT, about how he's dropped down from Raw and Smackdown. He's left the main roster for the time being, and his focus is back here on NXT and the Cruiserweight division. Hideo was on Smackdown, of course. His most memorable feud was against Chris Jericho. What a rivalry those two men had. A bitter blood feud that one was. And Hideo Itami, ever since, hasn't quite achieved what he would have liked. He got the victory over Jericho. We thought perhaps he would move into the IC Championship contention. The Broadstone was just too big, too strong for Hideo to overcome. Hideo was over on Raw, and not much was really happening for him there. He still is a Raw superstar technically, but Hideo has said that his home is now on NXT. That is his primary focus, and he wants to be Cruiserweight Champion. I like that. I think that's the best move for him. As Pete Dunne on his way to the ring now. He is the Cruiserweight. We've actually seen him in contention for the Cruiserweight Championship in the past when he took on Grand Metalik for the championship quite some time ago now. But Pete Dunne is here, and I like Pete Dunne. He's got a little bit more size about him. He's got a vicious streak about him. He'll do what it takes. You know, he has that killer instinct. We just mentioned a moment ago, well, Pete Dunne has the killer instinct. He's a bruiserweight, as we've said, and he will outmuscle you at times. He will ground and pound. He will strike you and hit you very, very hard. It's going to hurt. Hideo Itami has the strikes to match up. This should be a good contest here. I like the matchup. Both men have been at the top of their game in the last couple of weeks, winning fatal four-ways to get to this position. And Hideo Itami looking to rebound after a tough season. Oh, he thumped the eye of Pete Dunne early on, but then got hung up in the ropes. So here's the comeback story on for Hideo. It's been a rough season, as we said. And Hideo has got all the tools, in my opinion, to get to the top here in NXT, perhaps even be NXT champion. It's time he applies them. I think the confidence is just low. You know, you go through a rough patch, it's difficult to get out of. You need something to change. And Hideo, he said, okay, I'll move back down to NXT. Let's change my environment. Let's change my scene. Let's change my opponents. And let's see if that works. Because let's be fair, the guys on the main roster, for the most part, are much bigger here than NXT. And Hideo was trying to, you know, compete with the heavyweights down there. He's now decided, okay, let's focus on the cruiserweights. And let's see how I go against guys my own size. And we'll see how he fares. Hideo does have the speed and quickness and, of course, the technical ability to match up really nicely, which I think is a big asset of his. I think he, at times, just struggled to get... he just struggled with the size of the other opponents. And, you know, you come up against a guy like Braun Strowman, for example, it's not easy. He's just too big. You know, the power that he's got, it's just so overwhelming. I think Hideo just struggled a little bit with dealing in that situation. Now he won't have to deal with that as much. Pete Dunne is a strong man, but not as strong as a Braun Strowman, of course. The key for Pete Dunne here tonight is that he does just fall under the 205 limit, which gives him a small little edge over someone like Hideo Itami, who's, you know, a buck 170. You know, he's not that big in comparison. Yes, the speed of Itami and the technical ability will obviously, you know, be a big problem, but when it comes to a little bit of power, as you can see, picks up Itami, hits the German suplex. You know, a buck 70 isn't that much of a worry for Pete Dunne. He's got a little bit of an advantage there. A bit of height advantage as well, so the reach as well. So, you know, this is a big, you know, key feature of this matchup, that Pete Dunne has got a bit of an advantage over Itami. But Hideo has dealt with a lot of big guys throughout his career, and I think, you know, he has got the experience now. I feel like it has hindered his confidence a little bit, dealing with the big guys, but someone like Pete Dunne shouldn't worry him too much, you feel. It'll only worry him because Pete Dunne is red hot at the moment. He's a tremendous superstar, and I really believe he's a big threat for that Cruiserweight title. If he can get there, what a German suplex there by Pete Dunne, but the referee got bowled over it in the process. The referee's had a bit of a tough night so far. A couple of head knocks, as you can see. He's holding his head. He's a bit hurt. It looks to be okay. Another German suplex there, though, by Dunne, who's starting to heat up a little bit. I like it. Pete Dunne looking pretty good is now. Itami is on his heels. He's got to try to prove here. Itami, as we said, a rough season, and sometimes you could just get used to losing. Sometimes, you know, losing just becomes a habit. No matter what you do, luck just doesn't go your way. You know, sometimes you just forget how to win. It's as simple as that. You've got to learn how to lose. You've got to learn how to win at the same time. You learn how to lose. You learn how to come back from a loss. Get yourself back in the right position to win next time. And Itami just hasn't quite done that. He's had losses, and when he's had wins, he hasn't been able to string them together. Winning that fatal 4-way to get him here was a great start, but now can he capitalize on this opportunity? As he now picks up Pete Dunne. Trouble here for Dunne. Lining him up here. Will we see the GTS? Yes! Go to sleep! Dunne, though, hand near the ropes, and he's got it underneath. And you can see that's the habit of losing on display there by Itami. Poor ring positioning. He felt as though, hey, I've got him. Hits the big move. That's all I've got to do. I'm going to win here. Didn't go back to the fundamentals, though. Just the basics. Get your opponent in the middle of the ring. The center of the ring is where they've got to be. Yes, you've hit the big move. You've hit the GTS, but it doesn't matter if his hand's underneath the rope. It's invalid. It's not going to work. It's now the trio woe for Dunne. He's struggling to get out of there, and now Itami's got him right where he wants it with a double foot stomp right on the chest. Into the cover now. Itami could do it here, but Dunne gets the shoulder up. Hideo Itami. I felt as though he had Pete Dunne beat there, but Dunne good enough to kick out. And it's smart, though, for Itami to come straight into the cover after the move. And Itami has got a real good chance now if he can stop Pete Dunne from getting back into it. Pete Dunne's a little slow, as you can see, a bit sluggish, hurting a little bit. Now front face lock here by Itami, shot to the midsection. Hideo underhook and slams him down and continues to hold on with the arm. The arm wrench back. What a combination by Hideo, and this is why he can be one of the best superstars you'll ever see. With moves like that, he will be a star if he can get it together, if he can string together those combinations, if he can get the confidence back. He will be an absolute megastar here in NXT. We know it. He was a superstar over in Japan, but it just hasn't happened here. The confidence is low. He's got the ability. It's hidden away there. It's locked up right now. Can Itami find the key to unlock it? Inside cradle. Could be it here for Dunne. 2 and a kick out. And Hideo not done yet. Another one. Here's another chance. Hideo. He's got 2. That's all it's going to be. Pete Dunne not letting up here. Hideo, he's not giving up either. Hideo, can he get it done? Here we go, going to pick him up one more time. Looking for the GTS. This should be it now. Go to sleep. That's got to be it. Itami to go to takeover. No, he hasn't. He hasn't done it. It's going to be Pete Dunne with a shoulders up, a kick out of 2, and Itami cannot believe it. Frustrated. He's asking the fans, what do I have to do? Help me. What should I do next? The desperation of Hideo Itami. This is a guy at one point was considered one of the best wrestlers in the world. Now, his career is down in the dumps. He's in a form slump. He's asking the fans, how do I beat Pete Dunne? That is the desperation that Itami has right now. He's a desperate, desperate man. Just so down on confidence right now. Heading back to the strikes that has made him famous though. And Itami, despite not getting it done with the GTS, has certainly got Pete Dunne right where he wants him. He's walking the plank at the moment, Dunne, and he's about to slip off if he's not careful. And right now, Itami taken off of his feet there by Pete, and now the Cruiserweight has a hold of him. What's he got planned? Tosses him over the top, that'll work. And he takes a chance for a breather, and that's smart from Pete Dunne. He knows he's in a bit of trouble, he knows he's struggling, and he just tosses him over and resets, regroups, slows it down a little bit. And oh, went for the big kick there, but Itami missed out. And oh, Itami able to avoid it. Pete Dunne missed out rather, and he hit a big shot to the midsection with a knee. I gotta tell you, Hideo came here tonight to fight. He is looking great. He could definitely win this thing and face Johnny Gargano at TakeOver. Pete Dunne is in a lot of trouble. Dunne might look for a count out win here. I don't blame him. Hideo, as we said, on his day, he's one of the toughest guys to beat. But the fact of the matter is, we haven't seen him on his day for perhaps a year since he beat Chris Jericho. Count of 7 now. Itami, will he take the count out victory? It will take him to TakeOver. That's all he needs. Or will Itami want the win? Count of 8. Looks like he's going to want the 1, 2, 3. Well, will that come back to bite him? He's trying to get the fans to support him here, trying to get him to rally for him. Pete Dunne is hurting. Hideo now choking him away. The desperation coming into play now. Itami smartly drags him into the center of the ring here. Towards that referee. And a kick out again by Pete. Itami, what's he going to do now? He's heading to the top. Hideo. Could be all or nothing. Pete Dunne gets up to his feet though. And Hideo gets caught out with a powerbomb. Why did he jump? He saw Pete Dunne get up. He should have changed plans. He tried to. Pete Dunne caught him out. And now Pete Dunne picks him up. Oh no! Itami taken out. Oh no! And just like that, Pete Dunne steals the win. Oh, one small mistake. And the Cruiserweight picks up the victory. Can you believe it? He had him. He had him beat. He went off the top. And Pete Dunne got to his feet. And I just don't understand why Itami looked to jump. He should have just got off the top of the rope and reset himself. Instead, he tried to leap off. Pete Dunne was ready for it. He caught him out. He connected and finished him off. A moment later, the Cruiserweight, Pete Dunne, steals the win. And it will be Johnny Gargano defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Pete Dunne. You've got to feel for Hideo though. So close. The British star, Pete Dunne, win the victory. And the Cruiserweight will face Johnny Wrestling at TakeOver number 11. What a victory by Pete. It's far from his best, but it may just be his most important in recent times. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for this edition of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, leave a like on it and subscribe to see more, including Money in the Bank, which is coming up next here on BrendenPlayz. Saturday, live on Twitch, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. UK time. Check my Twitter for more details there. We'll have the match card out officially, but you can see it right now on your screen. All the matches set for Money in the Bank. It's set to be a big card. I hope you all can make it and enjoy it. Remember to join our Discord page as well, and you can chat away about Money in the Bank and much more. The link will be in the description down below. Free to join. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all Money in the Bank.